So I've noticed something. First of all, I want to say, did you see me walk out the garage? There was a helicopter flying low. I was in the garage. I walked out. I happened to be talking to Nick up the street, so it was above his house. And I walked out in front of that push bike. Did you see? Well, anyway, I'm watching this documentary of marble quarrying based in Greece, okay? So I just want to, let's bear with me for a bit, because this guy puts the leg breaker on. And I looked at it again, ready to load the film up. And I just want to show you how dangerous those things are, and why they call them leg breakers, and why they've been banned over here in the UK. They may have been banned elsewhere. Right, so here he is. He's put the chain on. He's linked the chain together. Now he's chosen the hole he's chosen, and luckily that fitted. But what if he'd done it slightly tighter? Let's watch him. Let's watch him. So there he is, look. He's got the tension. So luckily he can move it, but he's using a tube, a steel tube or an aluminium tube. So he's metal on metal, right? So keep an eye on that now. Watch. Okay, so now he's using what's not designed for that handle. He's putting extra tension. Can you see the length of that bar and the tension he's putting on? So now he's going to, now watch, keep watching. He's going to put extension on it. Now he's pulling it tight and locking it. He's tried his first squeeze, so you can see he's putting quite a bit of strain on it. But at that point, if that didn't work and it was still too tight, the metal on metal, that could have slipped out and that bar would have smashed him in the face. Just watch how he's... At that point there, can you see? We'll look at that again. Let's see if we can get back on that a bit. Oh, I've cocked this up. Let's go back to where we were. Let's see if it does it. Oh, adverts. Hold on, just bear with me. It's going to start from scratch again, isn't it? More adverts. Get rid of the adverts. Come on, 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 come on. Right, skip the adverts. Where were we? Yeah, this is where we were. Right, let's run forward now to where they were doing. Here he is. Here he is. Let's try there. Right, stop again now. Put that on. Okay, here he is, look. Now watch. Now there was quite a lot of tension in that bar. If he would have lost control of that bar in any way, it would have sprung back and smashed him in the face. Hold on, are you ready now? Watch carefully. See? Watch. Watch how close his face gets to the end of this bar now. Watch. Right? This is how dangerous they are. And we're talking about his face, but they were doing legs, because what it would do, it would spring back and it would throw this as a missile. If this came out of his hand at the same time that sprung back up, that would then become a missile, and that would throw that away towards somebody, hit him in the head. But just watch how close his face gets to the end of that. So luckily he was able to crush it down. But if that was as far as it was going to go, and he was pushing it as hard as he was pushing it, look, 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 see where his face is? If that thing was to release itself from that point there, if he wasn't over the cam, as you might say, or if you were to slightly touch or disturb that would smash him in the face. And that's how dangerous they are. I hope that's a good explanation for you. And this is the film I'm watching. What are you saying, Debbie? Tell me about the push bike thing. You heard the helicopter. So it made you look.
So it made me look up, yeah.
Mm.
And then I could see you rapiding on the phone, and all of a sudden I saw the push bike And I was just waiting for it. I was like, oh my God, he's going, oh no. You would have really hurt yourself if you'd have hit him, and you'd have hurt him as well.
Yeah, driving into a concrete block.
Yeah, but I was waiting for it. I was like, oh no.
I was on the phone to Nick, just down the street, and the way it was flying, it was low over his house, so he had to look outside his door, sort of thing. So I never even looked up. I just came straight out of the garage looking up. It could have been a car, could have been anything, couldn't it? But Debbie recorded it, didn't you? She's always spying on me. She's supposed to be doing a day's work, but she's in the office and the CC's there and she can manipulate
Well, I
it.
had to look up, didn't I? I wrote the time down and then I got it last when I finished.
Oh, did you?
That's what I did. I put it on playback. It looked worse when I was watching it on the big TV.
So, if you wanted to think of another way around it, here's a door. Here's a door with a skin on it. Preferably, you'd like to put a steel plate, but if you haven't got a steel plate, a piece of fiberglass, it just sort of, because of the glass, they'd smash the glass and they'd be in. Just sort of way of hiding the glass. So, you don't want to put another door here, or you haven't got the space to put another door here. You don't want to put another door out here neither. And you don't want to put a bar across here. So what would be, because you didn't want a big heavy bar, say. So how would you go about strengthening the existing door? Well, again, a keep. There's a keep. See how this steel rod, this is bolted to the wall. We put a keep in there, didn't we? And then we use the thread there. And it just needs a few turns, that's all it needs. And that is a good, secure bar. And again, we do the same at the bottom. We put the keep, put that in the keep. We put this in this end, look. And we give it 1 or 2 or 3 turns, however many turns you want. And then it's a case of securing. So you've got to secure here to the door. You know I like these clips. I've gone this way now. It's much easier. I did make an anti-loose. I did butcher up an anti-loose, put the thread, so this goes in and goes across. It's just the same as a pin. But oh, see, we've welded one nut to another. So put that in there, drop that in. Drop that in, good enough. But if you just want to do that, that's still a secure thing from the inside. The plan was to do it, I haven't got round to doing it yet, but put another one there and another one there. So if you wanted something light and strengthen the existing door, because if that was your only option or what you wanted to do, you could always go that way around it. And these bars are very easy to put in and out. You just unscrew, take them out. Same as this one. You do your little anti-loose, because the thing is, with this, you're protecting from the outside. Once they're in, they're in. So they've got where they want to be. So in this particular case, you're just trying to stop them from coming in, because you're locking them out, as you might say. It's just another way of looking at it. Or you could have a Reggie secret mechanism that runs up from one building to another. That could even be outside if you wanted to be. If you thought you could have a nice place to hide it, you could put a secret Reggie mechanism in place that locks it shut. So you can do all sorts. You can do exactly what you want to do, and you can make one chain do 2 jobs, because generally, when you're chaining something together, you snap the chain, it all falls out. But if they snap this chain, part of it, this chain is still here. If they break this chain, they're going to spend twice as long cutting this one again, because I've drilled a hole, put a bolt through the middle and welded that up, put the lock in there. You've just got to think out the box. You've really got to slow them down. You've got to make it so difficult and so noisy. They've probably got, have they got 5 minutes? You know, 5 or 10 minutes, that's all they're going to go at it. And if they can't get in, it's runaway time then, isn't it? So you can do all sorts. I love coming up with good ideas for security on top of your electronic stuff, you know. Yeah, your cameras and your alarms and your sensors and all the rest of it. So I decided to go with carpet. I even put a different carpet that I had bits of under there. It stops them from rattling around, doesn't it? So I've just put squares of carpet. See, just stops them. I'm thinking of bolting them together. Make them as one rather than two. Stops them from shaking about, see? Yeah, I must do them. Yeah. Put some in there, look. So, I just had 2 little half ones there, look. I did put this carpet under here, but it brought them too high. So I'm going to have to use the thin rubberized stuff under there. And under there, if that's what I'm going to keep that way. There's something wrong with that one, so it's a bit of a pain in the butt. So what I've done is sealed it off so it doesn't cause me any trouble. So yeah, it's looking great now. It's looking really good. Even under there, look. And I found a home. The drills have finally come off the bench. This one is okay for spares. That would do a lovely light, wouldn't it? Put a lamp on top of there. That would be a nice lamp, cleaned up and whatever for a lamp. These, each job you do creates a need for another job. So I think those 3, do you see how I concreted the end of this, the back of this? I'm going to have to finish that shelf there, aren't I? Put a nice shelf there, put them behind the door there, so when the door's open, you can't easily see it. Hello, Ant! So, yeah, it's coming on. Well, who knew? Who knew I had a steel bench under there? Now I've moved them drills, I can begin to make progress. And there is a corner in this building, look, and there is a floor to that corner. I've just got to finish carrying on. So as much as I'm going to do for now, for today, there's always tomorrow. Don't do today what you can leave till tomorrow. Well, Willie suggested this might be a railwayman's box. Well, it's sturdy. It's security, but not really security, you know. Obviously there was another tray here on the inside that's not with it. This bar, usually this bar comes out with the tray, doesn't it? But it's there. I don't know, did the man put it there or the previous owner or something? Really good sturdy hinges. I mean, you know, the size of those hinges, is this a homemade box possibly? I'll tell you what I like about it particularly is the height of these handles. Yeah, can you see the height of those handles? It's meant to be carried, isn't it? Somebody's made that to be carried with a gloved hand, because you know a gloved hand takes a lot more space. It's definitely a workman's toolbox. I haven't seen one quite. It's a good idea, the height of those. They're quite a height and big. You can get your hand in there, can't you, and carry it all day with a pair of gloves. That's what I noticed a bit special about it. So maybe I've been through it with a fine tooth comb, and I've had the light on it, and there's no BR, no railway. There might have been a sticker at some time, but there's no stamping in it, no markings in it that I have found so far. But yeah, it's definitely definitely a all-day workman's box to be carried around with him. I think so. So yeah, Willie, you are you're on the right track there. But I wonder. See, really good, solid hinges. Is that homemade, you think? Or is it a bit too well done to be homemade? Yeah. See. Good. Cracking little box though. Yeah. So let's compare handles on a similar box. You can't really. The cantilever boxes are a different thing, but these little house boxes, shape of a little house. This one quite poor. You'd even struggle to get a gloved hand in there. That would be a pain in the butt to use all day. A bit longer. There's one here, a bit taller handle, but the catch is there, look. So, you'd always be catching your knuckles and your hands on it. But it's taller than that one, but not as tall as this one. These are lovely, lovely tall handle on these. So I'd say when they made these, they definitely thought of a gloved hand to go in there. Possibly a gloved hand there, where you'd need a glove to keep you away from that catch. You'd always be catching your knuckles on that damn thing, wouldn't you? Or on the lock or whatever. And this one, really naughty. Really naughty. No room at all in that one. And they're sort of similar boxes, sort of little house boxes. Never thought of that before. So whilst I'm here, I'd give you a little update on the vinegar. Now, that was brand new vinegar I put in there. It's definitely moving the stuff around. And it seemed to be, when I came to it earlier on today, it was bubbling away. It was definitely bubbling. So it's definitely working. The vinegar is still fairly clear. It's lifting the stuff. I'm going to leave it there. To be honest, it hasn't had a good crack at it. It's only had a day really. But yeah, the vinegar seems to be doing its thing. I found the light of truth and all them tools. Anyway, do you remember me telling you about the evaporust? And this had been in evaporust and wire brushed it. Well, I found another one to compare and contrast with. So I'm going to give this a quick blast on the old wire brush with no pre-treatment, anything at all. And you'll see how it comes out slightly different. So let's go and give this a bash on the old wire wheel now. Well then, who knew? The one I'd done previous was a snail brand, and there was no way of knowing. This was well rusty and knackered. No way of knowing what was in there. It was full of red paint. There's a light blue. I left the light blue paint in there just to add to the question. What is the original colour? Is it red? It looks like a red oxide sort of paint, doesn't it? I don't think it's Scout Crafter red. But seeing it's Monday, we'll do a post-wire brush evaluation, shall we? And look, I've only done this side, just to sort of... But the joy of getting old tools and wire brushing them is finding out what they are. That's a snail brand, look. This is a snail brand as well. I didn't have a clue what it was. There's no size on this one, look. And there's a 24mm on this one. Needs a bit more wire brushing there. Needs to get in the corner. I'll go back and take all the paint. I just wondered, was that light blue a snail brand colour? Or is it, this looks just like red oxide, I think, that paint. There might have been sterling paint with it or whatever. But anyway, the joy of finding a rusty old tool, a bit like myself really, and putting on the wire brush and cleaning it up and finding a name. Ooh, a snail brand. Blimey. Yeah, so a before and an after, a wire brush evaluation and a comparison. Can you see when it's been in the evaporist? It's sort of, and it makes it easier. There is a definite difference, tone. There's a difference between just wire brushing and evaporist and wire brushing, and it makes this. It comes off a lot easier when it's been in the evaporist. Lovely jubbly. Who knew? Who knew? Then snail brand. Can you see it? And this one, made in England. Made in England. Who knew this rusty old spanner would... it's a scaffolding one, I think, isn't it? Isn't this a scaffolding bodger? Don't they call that a bodger? Yeah, it makes the... So you can get your scaffolding. It fits the scaffolding size round here that was used on the shelving. Slightly bigger, this one. Yeah, but it's great. It's really, really nice being able to get a rusty old tool, spanner, socket, and bring it back to life. Put a bit of wax on that now, stop it from rusting. We'll try a bit of that furniture wax on it. What did that, or even that wax look? We'll put a bit of wax on it and it'll be lovely then. It'll last for ages.